organization, and also visualizing the event for any intrusion or any attacks by hacker or any person should be known to the administrator of the system.
Now, if we go to the impacts of cybercrime, I see, already prepared with a couple of things to talk about that. Now, it is affecting everything. Cybercrime is affecting a lot of things in the West. Yeah. And for that effect, if we highlight it, what would be highlights of it?
Yeah, the impact and the effect of the cybercrime, actually, the governments in general, and you might have heard of the new term cyber war as well, but we are not going to go to that. The potential economic impact, for example, here, Norton disclosed that 74 million people in the United States were victims of cybercrime in 2010. And they also believe that these criminal acts resulted in $32 billion in that year. And that is a direct financial loss. And also one of the other impact is the market. In the market, for example, ruining the reputation of certain companies, the impact of the customer trust. People, not all the people trust the companies, and you will find a person hesitant to use his credit card, to use the internet to buy something or to sell something. Also, the national security in general. The national security is very important and very crucial side that we have to take care of.
Perfect. Now, if we're talking about security in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, now if you leave just those good cards for a bit, if we're talking about internet security in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, from let's say perspective of most of the companies that you mentioned, if we're talking about Symantec and which is Norton, and if you talk about McAfee, they all highlighted that there's a major lack of awareness and security in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Yeah. Usually people go with default settings. They never put passwords on networks. They use the factory settings most of the times, or sometimes they have their networks open. A lot of the PCs are just connected to say the internet without having firewalls or without having internet security programs. Now, do you find that yourself? Do you find a major threat in the kingdom if we have similar attacks, if we don't have enough awareness carried out in the meantime?
Yeah, I'll start from a very good example in the United States. They established a governmental website, and they call it StaySafeOnline.com. And they start to educate people from early stages, from primary 2, for example, in primary schools. And they educate mothers at home, they educate employees in companies, in governmental organizations. They educate even the administrators of IT computer companies. So these organizations who care about educating the population, educating the people, we have some here. For example, we have a chair of Prince Migran bin Abdulaziz in King Saud University. Also, we have a very good center for IT security in King Saud University as well. A Shura Council, they recommended an organization to look after the cyber security this year, I believe. We have in Saudi Arabia also a cybercrime law. And I think it's very simple recommendations that we can give the people, normal people. Okay. We can tell our children, our families. If we are teaching in school, we have to tell the kids, students in the schools and universities. As you said, passwords, and if you look at the internet, you will find funny and silly statistics about these words. You will find how many times the users around the world they use, for example, N as a password. And You might have heard of one of the incidents. His password is 12345. I don't want to mention that incident now. People use very easy and simple passwords. People they download from everywhere. They test, and sometimes it's a curiosity to see what's this problem, and in the same time they log into their bank's account
from the same
yes, from the same machine, using their the bank passwords. People might have downloaded spyware or Trojan or viruses without having noticed about it. And I think it's a matter of habit, a matter of education, and it's not that difficult for schools or for organization.
Absolutely. Dr. Abdulrahman, now we do have a report. We'll go to that report. Instead, we're going to the ISIF students. What happened was, 3 weeks ago, there was the ISIF Challenge happening in Arizona, Intel Science and Engineering Theater. With the ISIF Challenge, thousands of people, students from around the world, they gather around to challenge, and let's say to have their researches presented to juries. And what happened was, alhamdulillah, that year, or this year, we had 8 major winners from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, varying between girls and boys. And we keep on having interviews with those winners and from the rest of the team that represented Saudi Arabia. So we got another report from that, from the ISIF of Arizona 2013. We'll go into it, and we'll be back. Stay with us.
Hello, my name is Sheikh Al-Shuash, and I'm from At-Tarbiyah Al-Islamiyya Schools in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. My project is a study of the capture rate quantification on magnetic nanoparticles for their use in biomedical applications. As we all know, nanoparticles and nanotechnology has revolutionized life as we know it. The newly discovered ability to see nanoparticles has opened up a world of opportunities in a variety of industries, including medicine, biology, chemistry, and even physics. So what we try to do is that we try to apply these magnetic nanoparticles to the world of biology and medicine. And how we did that was that we tried attaching biological and non-biological entities to magnetic nanoparticles using a streptavidin and biotin covalent bond. And that resulted in a wonderful attachment that hopefully the numbers this project provides are being used to model the sensitivity and develop novel or modern biomedical applications such as lab-on-chip devices and drug delivery systems that will hopefully help save a lot of people's lives.
And welcome back, dear viewers. We're back with Dr. Abdulrahman, and we're still talking about internet securities and threats around the world. Now, first of all, let's go to the causes of information damage. I mean, when it comes to information being damaged, what are the causes of all this, if we highlight it?
Yeah, the first cause actually is the human errors. And if you allow me, I would like to show this.
Please.
The human errors, more than 50% is from the human. And also the dishonest people is only 10% compared to the habits, the bad habit that people are using. And you might see here that for example, terrorism is only 3%. The technical sabotage is only 10%. So the main problem here is the human errors.
Oh yes.
These are the main causes of the damages of the information in the companies.
Now, there's another report that you want to show us, the NSS report, NSS Labs report. So if we talk about that, what does that one highlight?
NSS report, they believe that they studied 5 internet browsers, and they think that internet browser belongs to Microsoft, took the first level, and they believe that it is 99% secure. And what makes us think about it, that the previous one was not as secure as the previous edition. Chrome is, yeah, is
83%.
around, yes, 80 something. Safari, you will notice from the statistics, Safari, and you will see the methodology that they followed here.
Oh, yeah. So let us say to the people, this 754 samples of real-world malicious software, the ability to plug malware whereof observed and capture over 28 days through NSS Labs. Then the programs that they showed and the doctor talked about is Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer, Opera, and Safari. Safari being the iOS one, and the rest of the people, rest of the programs, let's say, being there out there in the world. And it's interesting that, I mean, Internet Explorer, as you said, Internet Explorer 9 was the worst because I mean, it was there and everybody suffered from it. I mean, it's the easiest thing to have a plugin added to it without you even asking about it.
Yeah, everyone in Explorer 9, everyone was advised not to use them.
Absolutely.
They were not secure.
Now there's Internet Explorer 10. It's just, I mean, it's new. It's not even a month old, I think. I mean, the obvious latest version. So it's weird that they put it on the list.
These results are results of a study.
Okay.
A study of around 700 sample, and in 28 days. And it's a study.
Perfect. Yeah. Absolutely. Now, we got a final story that you want to share with us. I mean, this is an absolutely, it's an Arab hacker, is what you just told me.
This person is called Hamza Al-Haj. He is 24 years old. He was arrested, as you might have. Here I brought 3 pictures of the same person. He's a smiley face. He has got a smiley face. This person was coming from Malaysia going to Egypt, and in Thailand they arrested him based on American request, and they believe that this person is responsible of attacking around 217 banks and financial companies, and they believe that this person is living almost like kings or presidents. That's what they said. They also think that if he is found guilty, he might face around 14 million fine and 30 years imprisonment.
Wow.
It's good to have knowledgeable people, but ethical people and good people for the Muslim world.
Absolutely, we got to be ethical. Now, Dr. Abdurrahman, I mean, it was an absolute honor. We thank you very much for your time today. It was a great honor, and hopefully, I mean, more and more people will be more aware of the threats going on around us and be more protected, inshallah.
Thank you so much, and thank you for giving me this opportunity to show my presentation here.
No, thanks a lot. Thank you very much, Doctor. With us was Dr. Abdurrahman Al-Ghamdi, who is from, he's an IT specialist in the computer science labs there in University of Shagala. So thank you very much. Now we got a report as well from ISF, and after we come back, we'll be talking about the effect of IT on businesses. So stay with us.
So, first of all, I would like to welcoming you here in King Abdullah Institute for Nanotechnology. I'm Dr. Ahmed Al-Touni. I'm assistant professor in the institute, and I will give you a brief explanation about the institute, and we'll begin with microscopy facilities. In that facility, we have 3 kinds of microscope. First, a focus ion beam. Second, a scanning electron microscope, and third, a transmission electron microscope. Okay, so now I will just go to explain some information about the focused ion beam. This machine helps us to prepare bulk sample for transmission electron microscope. In order to observe a bulk sample for transmission electron microscope, it should be very thin sample like that one with thickness around 100 nanometer. This cannot be done unless we use this kind of machine. This machine has an ion source that it